Despite its increasing popularity, buying cryptocurrency directly is not for everyone. Diversifying risk across different securities somehow seems safer. Enter exchange-traded funds, the go-to for risk-averse investors. Now it seems a step closer to reality. Dan Annan is Chief Executive of Cosmos Asset Management, a driving force in creating Australia's first crypto ETF, and joins me now. Many thanks for your time, Dan, as always. I mean, the ASX Clear, the clearinghouse, has basically taken one hurdle out of the way for this ETF to be created. Just explain what they've done.
Yeah, look, I mean, at Cosmos, we've been at the forefront trying to deliver access to the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency asset to the Australian investor. Rightfully so, ASX Clear just wanted to ensure that there were right parameters in place to support the product. And so I would say the linchpin to being able to deliver product in the market has been finding or getting commitment from clearing participants to clear the product on ASX Clear. And just yesterday, we heard news that ASX Clear has adequate number of clearing participants, which then sets us up to be able to deliver products within the next 7 calendar days.
Okay, so, and you imagine you're going to be able to do that in that next 7 calendar days. So if I'm an investor in your fund, what this is all about is making certain that when I come to sell, that there's enough participants that will provide the liquidity to allow me to sell, that the market is not somehow skewed because there's not enough people using it. Is that the basics of this?
Yeah, look, the basis of that specifically is to support the market makers who provide liquidity in ETFs through the clearing participants on ASX Clear. What the ETF brings to the table in the crypto asset class is that it delivers the exposure in a financial product. If you think about it today, if you're a financial professional and if you have a client that wants to trade or get exposure to crypto assets, you're sort of a bit hamstrung, and what you're having to do is either direct your client to go open a wallet on your own outside of your asset allocation to be able to gain exposure. Having the ETF as a financial product will allow financial professionals and even individuals to be able to look at their portfolios holistically and make the right assessment as to what exposure they want to participate in the asset class.
Okay, so do you imagine these ETFs, when they emerge in 5 to 7 days' time, you'd have done the planning, are they going to be individual Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs, or are they going to be blends of those so that people do get the benefit of diversification?
Yeah, I mean, it would be given, at Cosmos, we would be delivering exposure to Bitcoin. And so investors, participate in the Cosmos Bitcoin ETFs. And again, I should state that, all of this pending regulatory and exchange approval, investors will have the ability to gain exposure to Bitcoin spot. Now, what we have done with our product structure is we have partnered with Purpose Investments. Purpose Investments is a Canadian fixed income, a Canadian fund manager to list the first Bitcoin ETF globally. And that product now sits around 1.5 billion in FUM, has gained the liquidity and trust of institutional investors. And that's what investors in Australia will be able to gain access to when they buy the Cosmos Purpose Bitcoin ETF.
Okay, so in other words, but you're pretty confident now with this hurdle cleared that if all things are equal, that within a week or so's time, people will be able to go and buy a Bitcoin ETF, an Ethereum ETF in the future potentially.
Yes, precisely. And I should state, look, all things equal. We've been ready to go for quite some time now. And with the clearance of ASX Clear, we're now in a position to be able to deliver product within 7 calendar days of ASX Clear making that announcement.
Yeah, Dan Annan from Cosmos Asset Management. Good to have you in the program today, Dan. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.